Sauber veteran Nico Hülkenberg has hailed his maiden podium as a long time coming, with the German stating he had it in him somewhere as he sprayed the champagne on his 239th start. The Hulk made the most of a wild British Grand Prix where he fought to third from 19th on the grid to rid himself of the unwanted stat most F1 starts without a podium. The German is enjoying a resurgence in F1, having returned to full-time competition in 2023 with Haas, where he proved an impressive point scorer. The stint followed a 3-year break in which he showed his skills as a super sub for Racing Point turned Aston Martin. And his podium, Sauber's first since 2012, couldn't have come at a better time, with the Hulk delivering under pressure from hometown hero Lewis Hamilton in a much faster works Ferrari. It's pretty surreal, to be honest. Not sure how it all happened, but obviously crazy conditions, mixed conditions. It was a survival fight for a lot of the race, he said. Lewis Hamilton is set for talks with his Ferrari team in the aftermath of a difficult British Grand Prix, where his SF25 car was unbelievably tricky to drive in changeable conditions. Hamilton finished 4th at the last race at Silverstone, but stated his car was the most difficult he's driven at the British track in the wet, and the Brit is keen to ensure changes are made for 2026. I just struggled to keep up, Hamilton said. The tires dropped off massively. The car was unbelievably tricky to drive. Racing Bull's rookie Isack Hadjar says that he hears a lot of positives for Sergio Perez's chances of rejoining the grid next year with Cadillac, with the 20-year-old stating the Mexican is F1 caliber for sure. Perez left Red Bull at the end of 2024 following a difficult final season at Milton Keynes, with the squad choosing to settle his contract rather than continue on for another 2 campaigns into 2026. But while Checo has said he would take time to consider his options for his next step, during which his replacements have struggled, rumors continue that he's high on Cadillac's shopping list. It looks like there's something going on, Hadjar said. He obviously deserves a spot there. It's Checo. He's done pretty well next to Max. Staying with Racing Bulls, whose team boss Laurent Mekies says Liam Lawson's 6th in Austria, his highest placing in F1 so far, was a result of the Kiwi's hard work with the squad since his post-China demotion. Lawson initially struggled with the team after being dropped by Red Bull, a factor of the difficulty in switching cars mid-season. But Mekies told official podcast F1 Nation that his confidence never wavered, with the Austrian results setting him up for further improvements.
The confidence, after the first moment of course, disappointment of the switch, after the confidence was there, it's about getting comfortable in the car, comfortable to push. And that's what he found. And now he will have, to your point, he will now have the confidence that he's fully able to do it when it matters, but we never doubt that. So, I'm sure it will be a positive milestone for him to bring even more to the business.
McLaren's Lando Norris has compared Oscar Piastri's emotionless attitude to Iceman Kimi Räikkönen, with the Brit stating he's a more emotional driver than his teammate, who he says can be happier when he's sick sometimes than when he wins a race. Norris struggled for consistency through the early part of the season, with a contentious clash with Piastri in Canada. But the 25-year-old told F1's official podcast Beyond the Grid that he's improved how he deals with his emotions over previous seasons.
I'm still definitely tough on myself, but I definitely get down less than what I did in the past, and I think that's certainly been an improvement from where I've been. Something I needed to improve on, something I think I have improved on.
Mercedes boss Toto Wolff has backed his friend Frederic Vasseur in his efforts to transform Ferrari and return it to the front of the F1 grid, with the Austrian imploring the Scuderia to leave him the space. Vasseur's future came into stark focus last month after stories surfaced in the Italian media that Ferrari was considering axing the Frenchman due to the squad's disappointing performance. But Wolff says Ferrari won't get anyone better and that Vasseur needs time for changes to take effect, with chassis technical director Loic Serra only having started in October 2024. Mercedes' boss also said Vasseur's potential payoff was enormous, with the Austrian stating if he wins, he is Jesus Christ, given Italy's passion for its national F1 team. I respect him a lot, Wolff said of Vasseur. He's a great personality, he's a straightforward guy, he doesn't deal in politics and lies, and he knows what he's talking about. Former steward Tim Mayer has announced that he will stand for FIA president against incumbent Mohammed Ben Sulayem in December's election, just months after the UAE native sacked him. Mayer, the son of ex-McLaren boss Teddy Mayer, is an American racing veteran and the governing body's former US delegate, with roles in IMSA and the American Le Mans series. Mayer was axed after he represented Austin's Circuit of the Americas in a right of review hearing, where a €500,000 fine had been imposed on the promoter for a track invasion, with 70% suspended.
I know what it takes to lead a global organization, one that partners with teams, partners with the stars, our drivers, nurtures professional officiating, and treats stakeholders with respect.
Mayer's campaign ensures Ben Sulayem doesn't run unopposed, with the American replacing rally legend Carlos Sainz Sr., who decided against running last week, with the Spaniard stating on social media that present circumstances are not ideal, including his 2026 Dakar plans. F1 has confirmed its return to Spain's Circuit de Barcelona-Catalunya in late January next year for a private first test of the sport's new 2026 cars, before the 11 teams move on to Bahrain for 2 more open tests. F1 is set for revolution from 2026, a seismic shift likely to spread the field out, with the cars featuring movable front and rear wings and simplified power units, with increased electrical power and sustainable fuel. To iron out any issues, Barcelona will host a 5-day test before 2 3-day Bahrain tests. Ahead of the season, 2026's calendar has already been tweaked, with Azerbaijan's race now on Saturday, September 26. This is to accommodate Azerbaijan's Remembrance Day, which has been held annually on September 27 since 2020. It was all eyes on Bahrain's international circuit last week, with news that the late great former McLaren shareholder Mansours Ojjeh's 20-strong supercar collection has been put up for sale via high-end dealer Tom Hartley Jr. 18 of the all-McLaren collection is in factory-delivered condition, with the exceptions including the legendary F1 road car Ojjeh played an integral part in developing, and the P1 GTR that was his track car. Almost all of the cars are finished in the metallic Mansour orange color, which was originally known as Iqwem, after the dessert wine. It's not yet known what price range is expected for the collection. Tom Hartley Jr. sold former Supremo Bernie Ecclestone's Grand Prix car collection earlier this year to Mark Mateschitz, who is the son of late Red Bull founder Dietrich, for almost $645 million. Thanks for watching. To stay up to speed on all things Formula One, make sure you hit the subscribe button.